how this would work. Take a look at this intelligence grid on the cover page of the notebook. Take a look at this grid. So this grid is a cross section, um, um, but it actually expands in all directions, upwards, backwards, inwards. It expands in all directions, 360 degrees, and it's always expanding. So it's infinite. Now, imagine you were one of those blocks within the grid, and the goal is to traverse this grid and make it back to the center point where the infinity symbol is, right? So, but to do that, there are certain rules because each grid is essentially a different dimension. Each box is a different dimension, so different rules apply. So to traverse this grid requires a knowledge of the rules. Okay, so same thing with this Rubik's cube. If I was to solve this Rubik's cube, I have to follow certain rules if I was to move each of the colors, each of the blocks to a certain location. So let me solve one of the sides. Uh, I'm gonna first scramble the cube, scramble it, okay, and I'm gonna solve one of the sides. Uh, okay, let's see here. Uh, okay, okay, there we go. So here I've solved the white side. Now it took me a few seconds to do that. Um, but that's because for me to move the pieces around to get to the point where all the white pieces are on one side, I have to follow certain rules called algorithms that allow me to move the pieces until I move them to the point that I want to design what I want. Um, so the point of that is that if you are a system, if you're a system and you exist within the intelligence grid, your goal is to get to the infinity symbol. But to get there requires your understanding of the rules of nature. And the rules of nature, the rules of the universe, the rules of systems, the rules of intelligence are the same, but they are expressed differently in each of those blocks because they are in different dimensions.